सुरू करा तुम्ही चालू झालं.
Once again, I welcome everyone for the second session of the first day of the two-day international conference on nutrition, yoga, and scientific methods. First session was conducted by Dr. Gary Cohn, topic doping of. Second, it was Dr. Abhijit Jagtap. His presentation topic was sports injury and rehabilitation, chairperson Dr. Pradeep Deshmukh sir. Now we are having Dr. Rajesh Kumar. His topic of presentation is scientific training methods for sports performance, and I request both the chairperson to take the chair this session, and I request Honorable Dr. Rajesh Kumar sir to please start his presentation.
Good afternoon, one and all. After a delicious food, and that we are going to start this second session. Dr. Rajesh Kumar from Usmania University, Hyderabad. He is principal of College of Physical Education, Usmania University, and University Sports Director of Usmania University. Dr. Rajesh Kumar, by internationality, because several countries he visited for the international conferences. He has several friends from abroad also and from every corner of our India also. He is a man who is conducting oftenly international conferences, international workshops. Also, he is a chairman of Indian of application of computer sciences in physical education and sports sciences. Also, he is chairman of International Federation of Association of Physical Education and Sports Science. Hyderabad, most of the resource persons they visit with the help of and with the association with only Rajesh Kumar. Rajesh Kumar also PM his college life, he represented India also. So with this brief introduction, I request Dr. Rajesh Kumar to put your attention regarding the sports training.
Thanks, Deshmukh sir, for brief introduction of me. First of all, I want to tell you good morning and good afternoon. It is indeed a great happiness that a college, Yashwantrao Chavan Mahavidyalaya, a college of rural background in Solapur district has taken interest for conducting an international conference to promote the physical education and sports science at various levels. I am also thankful to Solapur University for giving this hall for the conduct of the international conference. Regarding for today, my topic, my friend Deshmukh sir is the chairperson. He is also elect physical education personality of our country. Another friend, Dr. Shatrunjay Kote, is from gymnastics. He is also for Graduation College of Aurangabad. My current friends, Dr. Gary Cohn, Dr. Anoma, and our professional colleagues from all over the country. Today I am going to just discuss about the scientific training methods for sports performance. But I am not discussing most about scientific training methods. I am going to discuss what is the background to make us champion. That is the important thing I am going to discuss. Everybody know the school physical education program is a primary contributor for all the children for developing the sports persons in India and all over the world. Every child plays sports in schools. You all deal with the sports. पूरा बच्चे जो स्कूल में स्पोर्ट्स खेलते हैं आपको मालूम है. Intermediate they don't play and degree don't play. But in schools, definitely at one time or other time the child plays sports. Talent of a child. Who will identify a child? You know, first our parents call me, sir, मेरा बच्चा बहुत अच्छा रनिंग करता sir. Sir, मेरा बच्चा javelin throw फेंकता sir. Many days call will come every day to me that because the parent is the main person to identify at home. Then at school level who will identify? Physical education teacher will identify talent of a person. Then coach will identify later. So talent identification plays very important role to make a champion athlete. Many times the person identified by talent by physician teacher they became a champion. At many places. You know, success is simple. Do what is right, the right way and the right time. You have to do the sports training correct time. Many people go, sir, मैं 25 years हो गया. 6. Now they are in 25. You cannot match with them. Success only will come in the sports when you do the practice. Correct time. If your age is over now, then it is difficult to achieve the success. Sometimes it will happen, but not all times. All times cannot be there. There's some sports, the training starts at the age of 6 years. There's some sports that start training from 13 years. Talent identification of a individual sport is different and team sport is different. That is why a child must do training, any sportsman do training correct time only. Success is simple, do what's right, the right way at the right time only. That is the my motto. You could bring college student to make him champion, it is difficult. Only do training in school. Long-term approach. The first scientific principle of the sports training is a long-term approach. Design help to individuals of all ages and abilities to optimize their development and reach of these sports also. And that's giving an example of athletics. Long-term approach. As you heard that the sportsmen do training daily, morning and in a week. How many times you do a sportsman? 12 times a week. 50 times a month. And in a year 500 times. Leaving out the festival, holidays, everything. The sportsman do training 500 times. The sportsman, those who do training minimum 5,000 times only become a top sportsman. Elite sportsman requires 7,500 sessions. That means 15 years. Not 1 or 2 days. If you do training early, for many hours only you can become champion. You see in athletics I have taken, these are the stages that has to go. Kids athletics development stage. The child is here 6 to 12 years of age. The child is doing training. Multi-event stage. When the child goes 13, 14, 15, 16, he plays multiple sports. Athletics, football, boxing, like this. Then event group stage. Then only specific training will be given. Only specific training of sports. No other training. Specialization stage. The athlete has to perform. That is tries to win the competition. Performance stage is the last stage where the athlete is going to perform high level of competition to win a medal. These are beyond the success of sports persons. See, this is the athletics plan given by the IAAF. See, when the 9, 10, 11 stage 1 kid athletics is for the development of motor ability, speed, strength, endurance, flexibility, reaction time. Every time this is the main important in the early stage. This stage is not for the making champion. This stage only to make the sports person busy to make him to become a improvement of his physical abilities. You cannot make him a champion there. Then stage 2 is where you allow the sportsman to play number of games. Football, volleyball, basketball, handball, you play this. But this is a but other sports also cannot be same, bit different. But it is a general that the student of after achieving this stage, he must be allowed to play different sports and games. When he play different sports and games, no, then he is able to perform. All sports will be very good, and he will not become a monotonous. Then main training, stage 3, event group development, that we'll discuss now. Stage 4 is preparation, stage 5 performance. This we will discuss one by one. You see here, first stage was discussed. Here, the child must play with happiness and joyful mood. It is only for developing the motor fitness and basic physical fitness of a child. You don't feel the child must enjoy running, hopping, jumping, throwing, playing sports. This is child must play sports here. This is the first principle that the child must play for enjoyment. That is the main kids stage development. Here we have to go for slow training of speed, little training with your own body weight. Then little endurance. Flexibility is a very important. The athlete, the sports person having good flexibility, agility, and reaction time. These are interrelated for the performance. Multi-event stage, you see. Child want to play many things. एक स्कूल में लाके बहुत सारा वॉलीबॉल, बास्केटबॉल, फुटबॉल ऐसा लगा दो बच्चे. Everybody want to play all the sports. When the equipment come to the ground, no, automatically the child will get attracted to play sports. आप जाके देख लो एक स्टेडियम में अगर when we see number of balls, then it will be child will get automatic attraction. One day I visited China, Gary. There the people are playing table tennis. I went to hall and everybody hitting like this. 300 members playing TT in one hall. They are not playing with each other. They are doing practice, wall practice. So you see, a school in China is doing a table tennis training in the early childhood, and every boy is having a own shuttle this TT bat, and they are putting the bag and coming and playing. अब वही इंडिया में बोला तो मेरे को टीटी का बैट दो सर खेलने के लिए वो दो ये दो. Whole school is having, as per my knowledge, whole school is having a TT bat with them, and they carry and they do practice like this. They are having some table like this. Whole tuck, like this. The sound is coming like this. First time I saw the badminton also like that only. Badminton courts. After that I saw in Gopichand. Badminton courts they are having. So like this, no. If we have a good infrastructure, good equipment, automatically you are driving in sports. If you see here at our district level, somebody is having good stadium, everybody attracted to play sports. So equipment is very much important. Multi-event stage is very much important for child development. For further developing the basic mental skills that are under the pin performance and continued. These are the important. Now number 3 stage, you see event group. Now coach is coming in the action. Mental training. Today discuss. Dr. Gary don't tell. Everybody is doing physical performance training. What about mental training? Nobody is doing training mentally. How to win the match? Nowadays, competition is very, very hard. The team coming to participate in Olympic Games, everybody is doing 24 hours training. 4 years training, all India, Pakistan, football, everybody is doing same training. In the last, you win the competition, you win by 1 point, that is only your mental condition will make you the champion. So Gary told one important thing, wipe off method. If you fail, you wipe off your face and again you do practice. So event group development stage is very much important. Here child has to concentrate mentally and physically both things. Even coach also.
If you lose, also mental. That is why mental training is very much important along with the physical training to become a champion. Everybody do ground practice, but in our place, no psychologist, nothing is, nobody is will tell. And you will feel that. Here, important to win the competition. Technique, tactics, physical fitness, motor fitness, everything is very much important in this stage. This is not a stage to make here you are participating in the sports and game, you have to win the competition. First stage is not to win the competition, first to develop the motor skill. Second is to play different sports, that also not big, but this stage, even 3 is very much important for you to improve your performance. Specialization stage. This stage is very much important for the specific training only. Everything will count. Your practice, your food, your rest and everything is count for the performance. Sportsman cannot be made in one day. Sportsman made after tremendous hard work. The medals, the gold medal which won by in the competition are not won by with a very hard work they will win. This stage is very much important for physical conditioning, maintaining high volume training, also intensity which is required for the competition. This is the performance stage. Here, the athlete will perform, compulsory has to perform to win the competition. The athletes are participating in this stage. This stage is minimum, every stage is 4 years. 4 to 5 years. That means the sportsman must do minimum training of 20 years to become a champion. Main principles. Performance stage is very much important to perform better all the athlete, sports person in the competition. Here, just now we discussed 6 to 9 years is the age for to come in sports and to learn the fundamentals. The fundamentals of the sports will be learned from 6 to 9 years. How to throw a ball, how to catch a ball, how to hit the ball. These are done here. This is a stage for fundamental. Then learning to train. Learning to train is a 10 to 12 years of age. Training to train, that is 16 years. Training to compete, this age is to win at any cost. This stage is win to any cost. This also you are participating in the competitions. So these stages are important for the performance to. These are the important principles involved to make champion. You cannot make champion directly. These are the things everybody has to do practice to win the competitions. You see here, fundamental training, stage 1, fundamental training, stage 2, development training, stage 3, understanding the game, stage 4, preparation, stage 5, commitment to play sports. These are the pyramid we require for the performance in the sports. This is very, very, very hard. The sportsman must do training so many years to become a champion. The training methods used in the athletics and other sports, continuous method of training. Continuous method of training will help in the development of endurance. All endurance sports, marathon running, long distance running, these are the training methods. Continuous training method is also many methods. Slow continuous running, fast continuous running, fault-like method, variable pace method. Many methods are there. These are the methods. Interval method. Interval method is of 2 types: intensive interval method and extensive interval method. These are the methods. Repetition method. Skill training. All team sport require skill training. Technical training. Technical training is required for the win. Tactical training is required to win. These are the main training methods used in the competitions. Along with the periodization of sports and games. Training methods. Every training method has different thing. Tactics is different, technique is different, skill training is different, repetition is different, interval method is different. These are the different methods. See here, I asked a coach, Ramesh, he is a Dronacharya awardee. He prepared the several Olympic, including Dutty Chand also, and he got the prestigious award of Dronacharya award also. So what he told, the sportsman has to practice minimum 10 to 15 years to become a champion. He also told that I got the Dronacharya award after 25 years of coaching, not one day. 25 years, उन्होंने 25 years coaching करे तो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया उनको द्रोणाचार्य अवार्ड दिया. सीयर उन्होंने क्या बोले, उनसे इंटरव्यू लिया तो क्या बोले तो 15 years तक ट्रेनिंग करना चैंपियन बनने के लिए. To make a champion, minimum 15 years of training. Got the Dronacharya award after 25 years coaching to the athletes. Sindhu, Sindhu she has won many medals, but she is identified by first Sindhu is athlete. Sindhu is not a badminton player first. First Sindhu used to do athletics. Her sister and both are athletes. They used to practice railway grounds. But his father, because he went for multiple sports, she is in athletics and badminton training center is there only in RRC ground. She used to do training, and his father used to watch badminton. His father is a volleyball player international. So suddenly his father told that you play this also. Then he got idea Sindhu playing badminton. Then they put in badminton. Then Sindhu became a champion in badminton. That is why I am telling you, one sport you bring, you try for other sports also, multiple sports. She also told that after 20 years of training, I got this result, sir. Sindhu is not training 1 or 2 years. She done it in the last 20 years. P.C. Gopichand, chief national coach for Indian team, won All England Championship. He also told me that I am also not a badminton player. One day I used to play in the school. My physical education teacher told that you are doing good service, you join the badminton. छोटा ही रहता. But when somebody identify and said no, you can go for and become a champion. You see, he also told that I got this award after 15 years of training, All England champion. He is a big coach in Hyderabad. He trained everybody, Sindhu, everybody. He also told same thing. Only 3 things is very much important for success sportsman. 3 things is number 1 hard work, number 2 hard work, number 3 hard work only. Nothing else. Hard work only make the champion. You see, he prepared the 200 international players, not one, 200 members. You see here, today, weeks, months, years, like this practice is there. So small things only will help us to become a champion. Small help. Gagan Narang also not shooter. First Gagan Narang also not shooter. He used to do simple training in my college, rifle shooting. One day I identified, actually his friend is a shooter. One day I saw in the college, he hit the very good 10 marks he put. Then I told Gagan, you participate in the state championship. Then he participated, he got first place directly without event. Because he hitting bull. Then we make Gagan to put in the university competition. Then he got silver medal at Aranya University. So champions are not by mistake it became. One day I am going from my home. So when one puncture shop I went to ground. He told that the puncher boy, sir, my friend turned very fast 100 meter running. I thought he told like this only. The second time we gave Nampally se. Then only he told same thing. Sir, मेरा दोस्त अच्छा भागता तो मैं क्या करा उसको 20 रुपीस दिया. 20 रुपीस देके उसको बोला तू निजाम कॉलेज में इसको लेके आ बच्चे को बोला. Sunday को दिन लेके आ रहा हूँ. Then I forgot him of duty not day. After next Sunday I went there. This boy is there. There are 20 रुपीस दिया ना इसको बोल के. अरे तुम लोग आए क्या बोले तो सर आए क्या बोले तो ये बच्चे को लेके आ सर रनिंग कराने को बोल के बोला. Then no, I make him do 2-3 rounds warm up. Then हमारा स्टूडेंट पे चड्डी दिया उसको भागो बोल के. वो 100 मीटर रनिंग 11 सेकंड भागा उधर विदाउट स्पाइक्स. देन आई थॉट मेरा मिस्टेक है क्या बोल के सोच जाओ उसको. फिर भी चलो ठीक है, यू गॉट देयर नेक्स्ट नजीब उसका नाम है मोहम्मद अब्दुल नजीब कुरैशी, उसका इंडिया रिकॉर्ड है 10.3 सेकंड भाग है सर. देन आई टोल्ड नजीब यू कम नेक्स्ट संडे अगेन आई विल सी. नेक्स्ट संडे फिर भागा देशमुख साहब, फिर 10.11 सेकंड भागा, वो भी विदाउट द स्पाइक्स इज रनिंग. देन आई टोल्ड यू कम टू द स्टेट मीट नेक्स्ट मंथ इज देयर, आई गिवन हिम ऑन स्पाइक्स. फिर वो बच्चा क्या करा, he ran in the state, got first place in Telangana, in Andhra Pradesh in 2000 in that time. Then I called his father, asked him what you do. Sir, I run the Panther shop, he's telling. Panther shop. Then I put in under one more coach. He's Muslim coach. I put this boy in this and give him training. Then that boy, that year only school national gold medal. Inter-varsity gold medal. Now he is working in ONGC officer. You see the Google. Abdul Najib Qureshi, 100 meter athlete, Hyderabad. He is a national record in 10.3 seconds. With us because we are not the coach to give champion. So that is why I am telling this. The scientific principles beyond the training is all these are there, but talent is very much important to make the champion of an athlete. So like this, Shatrunjay, there is also gymnastic coaching. Deshmukh sir is there. And many people there in districts, many people play sports. We cannot tell who will become champion. I know the persons. ये बच्चा चैंपियन बनता बोल के बोले ना, वो चैंपियन नहीं बनता. वो जो बच्चा चैंपियन नहीं बनता बन के हम ट्रेनिंग कराए ना, वो बच्चा चैंपियन बनता. Because champion is a dedication of hard work and this. हम लोग किसको भी अंडरस्टिमेट नहीं कर सकते कि ये बच्चा चैंपियन बनेगा या नहीं बनेगा. हम लोग सोचेंगे ये बच्चा चैंपियन बनता है, इसको नहीं बनाते, ट्रेनिंग नहीं कराते. नो, everybody must be given equal training to become a champion. Week session, month and years. After this only champion will become. See here, time to take the right decision, long term or short term. Long term करने से champion बनेंगे, short term नहीं बनेंगे champion, but you can achieve some result and you can go home. The final word again, that's the development, the scientific approach is a long term plan. So I just conclude this. And we will have a interaction with our distinguished delegates. I once again thankful to Dr. Atul and his correspondent also, Ishwatrao Chavan, Mahavidyalaya, for taking keen interest in the field of physical education to conduct conference. आपको मालूम होना चाहिए, स्पोर्ट्स एंड फिजिकल एजुकेशन ऐसा चीज है जो दूसरे आदमी को हैप्पी बनाते हैं. जब इंडिया टीम खेलती ना, विराट कोहली चक्का मारे तो अपन हैप्पी होते नहीं होते. We feel happy when नीरज चोपड़ा won the gold medal. Every India thought that अरे हमारे को गोल्ड मेडल आ गया भाई बोल के सोचे. तो वही हैप्पीनेस कहाँ भी आपको नहीं मिलता है. तो हमारा चीज ऐसा है कि पर्सन फील हैप्पी, पर्सन फील हेल्थी, पर्सन फील फिटनेस. और हमारा गेम में जो भी खेलते हैं उनको नेम और फेम होता है. आपको बताइए, विराट कोहली को जानते हैं, सिंधु को जानते हैं, निकेश अलीन को जानते हैं. अभी सलमान खान वो पिक्चर वाले, मगर उसके बाद पॉलिटिकल आने के बाद भी स्पोर्ट्स वालों के नाम आता है. तो ये बहुत बड़ा प्रोफेशन है. स्पोर्ट्स इज द बिगेस्ट प्रोफेशन दैट प्रमोट्स द हेल्थ ऑफ ए पर्सन. दैट नाउअडेज हेल्थ इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट कंपेयर टू द मनी एंड एवरीथिंग. तो हम लोग इसका फिजिकल एजुकेशन का हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट में, हमारे स्टेट में, हमारे कंट्री में हम बढ़ावा करेंगे और हम लोगों को ये लाइन में लेके आएंगे. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Thank you, Dr. Rajesh Kumar. It was a splendid enlightenment regarding sports training and to make the champions. I request upon the delegates to have discussion, or if you have any doubts regarding his presentation, you are invited to have your doubts.
अभी डिस्कशन करने का थोड़ा बात करेंगे और नहीं थोड़ा everybody has to talk something.
इसमें थोड़ा सा ऐड कर देता हूँ साहब. हिंदी में बहुत बोल रहे थे, यहाँ पे लोग भी हैं, तो एक शेर अर्ज करता हूँ आपके सामने. हौसला कम किसी में होता है, हौसला कम किसी में होता है, जीत कर खुद ही हार जाने का. तुम शहजाद की फिक्र न करो, वो तो आती है झकमकाने का. What we learn in sports is what he told, to make champions it's very tough, and the thing is that कि हम हारना सीखते हैं, उसी में से सबसे बड़ी जीत होती है. तो मैं सोचता हूँ सबसे बड़ा अपने को वरदान है स्पोर्ट्स का, तो हार सिखाता है वो. और तो ये सबसे बड़ी मैं सोचता हूँ कि जिंदगी का लेसन है वो. सर बहुत अच्छा प्रेजेंटेशन किया। किसी को कुछ क्वेश्चंस है? सर का इनविटेशन है कि डिस्कशन होना चाहिए
कराने के लिए हम लोग ऐसा, जैसा डॉक्टर लोग ने बोलते हैं कि आप मेडिसिन देते हैं, हमारा भी फिजिकल एजुकेशन टीचर फिटनेस का लोगों को फिटनेस देना, पोस्ट देना, अभी जिसका बुखार जैसा एक हार्ट का पेशेंट का सर्जरी होता है, यू हैव टू गिव द पोस्ट एक्सरसाइज। द क्लिनिक इज देयर इन मलेशिया, यू नो, दे गिव द पोस्ट ट्रीटमेंट, यू नो। हमारे पास में पोस्ट ट्रीटमेंट बोल के रिहेबिलिटेशन सेंटर बोल के वहाँ 10 दिन लगा के छोड़ देता है। सर नहीं छोड़ना क्या है, हम लोग क्या है, कोई भी आदमी को डायबिटिक वाला रहने दो, कोई भी रहने दो, ब्लड प्रेशर रहने दो, उसको छोटा मोटा शेड्यूल देने का है। डॉक्टर के पास नहीं जाने के लिए हम बोलना थोड़ा वॉकिंग करना, बीते दिन वॉकिंग को चेक करो बोल के छोटा मोटा लिख के देना उसको। तो वैसा हम लोग वर्क करेंगे, हम इससे भी डाउन नहीं है। हम फिजिकल एजुकेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है, हम कभी भी लोगों को करना। योगा इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। अभी योगा के बारे में सब लोग बोलने वाले हैं। योगा प्रमोट्स एवरीथिंग, हर आदमी योगा कर सकता है। फिजिकल एजुकेशन विल स्टार्ट व्हेन द चाइल्ड बॉर्न एंड इट विल एंड व्हेन यू डाई। मूवमेंट एजुकेशन इज फिजिकल एजुकेशन, और कुछ भी नहीं है। आप चलते खेलते पानी पीते खाते पीते सब फिजिकल एजुकेशन ही है। खाली ग्राउंड में एक्सरसाइज करना फिजिकल एजुकेशन नहीं है, मूवमेंट एजुकेशन। यू टेल इन अदर कंट्रीज दे विल टेल फिजिकल एजुकेशन एंड मूवमेंट एजुकेशन, नॉट फिजिकल एजुकेशन। फिजिकल एजुकेशन बोल के और फिजिकल वर्ड हमारे कंट्री में बोलते हैं, बाहर कहाँ भी नहीं। स्पोर्ट्स एजुकेशन बोलते हैं या मूवमेंट एजुकेशन बोलते हैं। तो ओके, थैंक यू डॉक्टर अतुल और उनके करस्पॉन्डेंट सर, आपका नाम भूलिए हमें सर। आप इतना बढ़िया सेमिनार ऐसे लगाते रहो। सोलापुर डिस्ट्रिक्ट के अंदर भी अभी सेमिनार क्या हो रहा है कि पूरा इंडिया से लोग नहीं आ रहे। अभी जैसा आप महाराष्ट्र में लगा दिए, महाराष्ट्र के लोग आ गए, हम आंध्र में लगा दिए, कहा गए। हमने इंडिया इतना बड़ा है कि पूरा 30 स्टेट से लोग नहीं आ रहे। एक तो क्या उनका टिकट का खर्चा बहुत होता है, टाइम होता है, तो आजकल लोग पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए हर जगह में नहीं आ रहे। अपन एक रीजन वाइज हम उसके लिए देशमुख साहब को अभी बोले कि और एक कहाँ अभी वहाँ लगाना है नांदेड़ के अंदर, वो एरिया के लोग आएंगे, शोलापुर के इधर हो गए, वैसे डिफरेंट लगाए तो हमारा प्रमोशन होगा। बड़ा लगाने का जरूरत नहीं है, 100 लोगों का बस है। 100 लोग सीख लिए ना तो और 4 लोगों को बोलेंगे, 500 लोगों को सिखा सर के बराबर। तो थैंक यू सर।
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request Dr. Deshmukh, sir, to have some word with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rajesh Kumar, with the great presentation regarding the long-term approach for the physical training and best performance in the sports. As Rajesh Kumar given the 5 stages regarding the development of athlete, kids athlete, multi-event, event group, specialization and performance. Just with these 5 stages, I remember the case study of the perfecting girl, Nadia Gominski. In my college time, I learned the performance of Nadia Gominski. In Romania, that time, 10,000 kids were scrutinized by more than 100 coaches. And there, Nadia has the ranking above 8,000. After the 10,000 kids training, once again, there is a scrutinized test, and then they have scrutinized up to 5,000. At that time, he got a rank above 1,000. Likewise, after all these stages, at the time of performance, there is a world championship. Nadia represented Romania, was late at that time. And in that Romanian team's members are 4 members. Out of 4 members, Nadia has the 4th place with her country. And when she participated first time in that World Championship tournament, she scored perfect 10 and he became a champion with crossing her nation's fourth place to the world's first place. So, what Rajesh Kumar sir has for a long-term achievement, and with this achievement will be the perfect achievement, not a fortunate achievement of the academic. So I hope this session is fruitful and everybody has digested what the thoughts are presented by the Rajesh Kumar. With this hope, I conclude this session. Thank you, Rajesh Kumar. Thank you, Solapur University. Thank you, Yeshwant Chavan.
Thank you very much to all.
Is there anyone who would like to present his?
पूरे लोग प्रेजेंट कराओ करने के राजकुमार बात करो
I request Shatrujit Koti sir to chair this presentation.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Rajkumar G. Karbe, Assistant Professor and HOD Department of Physical Education, College of Agriculture, University of Agriculture Sciences, Raichur, Karnataka. Today, I am going to tell about my research in Agriculture University, where the students maximally they do research in the field of agriculture, and some of them play sports during their leisure hours, and they also represent our university in the South Zone, All India, and of agriculture All India level. All they will go over there for participation. In my analysis, I have chosen the parameter, as Dr. Rajesh Kumar said, that long time duration is needed for any athlete for preparations, and physiological parameter are the one of the very important factor where we can choose the athletes on that basis to identify the talent for the long-term training and short-term training. In this process, I have chosen our students who are studying in College of Agriculture, College of Agriculture Engineering, and postgraduate studies in agriculture. And as my objective is compare the differences in the vital capacity and to suggest and recommend better means and training methods for them to achieve excellence in sports. These are the sample design that I have chosen different 4 colleges in our jurisdiction of a university and 1 postgraduate studies students. the variable is vital capacity, and I have used digital spirometer to measure the vital capacity of the students to understand their level of lung volume in their body. That as the test measures vital capacity with the digital spirometer, all before we are in the mother womb, the lung volume starts from there itself, and it gradually increases its lung volume to take more oxygen right from the mother womb to and outside world. When it comes from the childhood to adult age, the lung volume increases, and to test such lung volumes in when the individual comes into the field of sports, the lung volume gradually increases. To identify the lung volume, we need to use a measurement equipment where we can accurately measure the total volume of lungs air it is having, and based on that we can suggest some of the training aspects where we can improve their performance in sports. These are our athletes who are giving the tests in digital spirometer. Based on the results, all the athletes are in a good normal category according to the Cooper's normative data, and the results of all the colleges has shown the results of significant results. Based on that, the conclusions are there are differences among all the group athletes, and as for their daily performances, the differences were shown, and based on that, the training periods have been suggested in that core muscle strengthening exercises, plyometric exercises, circuit training and interval training, and the number of days has given is 45 to 60 days prior to intercollegiate matches for preparing at the national level, and it is also recommended that anthropometric parameters are important for them to understand the scientific way of training. And before going to the national level, they have been suggested for 30 to 40 days of training for prior to the actual training at the national level, and based on that suggestions we have won 3 gold medals. Our cricket is over. After long years, we got gold medals and 4 bronze medals at All India level agriculture universities meet held at Tirupati year 2019 and 20.
Thank you very much, sir. I request the audience to put some questions in. Any questions from your side? So thank you very much, sir. Sir has presented his paper on the analysis of physiological parameters among the UAS Raichu sports persons. He has around 60 players from different faculties, and he has gone through the vital capacity test using digital spirometer. Is it so, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, and every score was significant, as he said, and for development in sports performance, it is very much helpful to have the lung capacity. I'll be stating few things after when my lecture is there regarding lungs, so it is a beautiful calculation. Sir, thank you.
I thank the organizing committee of this conference. I would like to thank Dr. Atul Tanaji. In the short time that in the 2 days I have communicated him, he said, yes, you come along with your delegates. You will be allowed to present in the conference. Thank you, conference organizers. It is a very wonderful conference, very knowledgeable. Thank you one and all.
Good evening, everyone. My topic is impact of SAQ and strength training are selected physical and physiological variables among cricket players. Sir, please can I use my laptop, sir? Here.
Be comfortable.
Introduction. The cricket is a bat and ball game played between two teams of 11 players, each on a cricket field at the center of which is rectangular 22 yard long, is like 20 meters, pitched with a target at each end called the wicket. SAQ training. The SAQ training method more frequently use the programmed, the random type conditioning after the SAQ continuum. One SAQ session is composed of 7 components, where the main part of the session, explosion and programming is required to progress from fundamental movement patterns to highly positional specific movements. A logical sequence must not be neglected because it develops neural structures that are a prerequisite for elite level upgrade. Strength training. Strength is the ability of the neuromuscular system to produce internal tension to overcome an external, whether the external force demands a neuromuscular system to produce stability, endurance, maximum strength or power. Internal tension within the muscles is what leads to force protection, the degree of is the result of strength adaptations. The specific form of strength or internal tension produced from training is based on the. We choose 45 cricket players randomly selected from Ariyalur district, Tamil Nadu. Their age ranged between 18 to 25 years. They are divided into 3 equal groups. The group 12 weeks of respective training for experimental groups, and the control group was not given any type of test. Statistical technique. The t-test in order to find out the difference between the pre and post test. And also we use ANOVA for in order to find out the difference within the group. ANACOVA in order to find out the difference among the groups. Training program. Each training program, each session have 45 minutes in a day. 5 minutes warm up and 5 minutes warm down. 3 days in a week. Alternative days, 35 minutes of respective training to given the respective groups like SAQ training and strength training. The speed was assessed by 50-meter dash. The unit of measure is in seconds. The agility was measured by 4 into 10 meter shuttle run. Unit of measure in seconds. Resting heart rate. We count the radial pulse count. The table shows the competition of T ratio and speed of SAQ and strength training and control group. The table shows the competition of analysis of covariance, mean values of training, strength training, control group and speed. The SCFE test for the difference between the adjusted post-test mean values of speed. The table shows the competition of T ratio and agility of 3 groups. The table shows the competition of analysis of covariance, mean values of the 3 groups. The SCFE test for the difference between the adjusted postures means on agility. The table shows the T ratio on resting heart rate of the three groups. The table shows the analysis of covariance of mean values of the three groups on resting heart rate. The SCFE test for the difference between the adjusted postures means on resting heart rate. SAQ training and strength training produce significant changes on physical and physiological variables of cricket players. The result of the present study indicates that SAQ training and strength training were able to increase their performance through the development of physical and physiological variables. The study showed positive relationship between the SAQ and strength training on selected physical and physiological variables of cricket players. SAQ training is an exercise that can develop various aspects of motion such as speed, balance, agility, quickness and power. Conclusions. The study was concluded that on the basis of research, there was a significant difference between experimental groups and control group on selected physical and physical variables such as speed, agility and physiological variables of resting heart rate. After the scheduled training program, the improvement in favor of experimental group due to the 12 weeks of SAQ training and strength training. Finally, it was concluded that the SAQ training was given better improvement in selected variables when compared to the strength training group and control group. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. The session is open for discussion. If anybody have questions, kindly state your questions. We'll have discussion. Otherwise, I'll end up with a gist. So, sir has made an presentation on impact of its speed, agility, and its SAQ drills and strength training on selected physical and physiological variables among cricket players. So he has selected around 45 players between the age group 18 to 20 from Tamil Nadu, a small place from Tamil Nadu, in which he has divided 3 groups,
Yes.
2 experimental and 1 control. So he has imparted 12 weeks of training on them, and he has used ANCOVA as his analysis for statistical analysis.
Yes.
Right, and you found everything very significant. So
Yes.
your training was effective.
Yes, sir.
So thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the presentation. It was a splendid presentation. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to thank all the chairperson and all the delegates who have come here to give me a chance to present my topic on role and performance of enhancing drugs and its consequences in sports. So it's related with doping. Throughout my presentation, almost 50 to 60% have been covered by Dr. Gary in the morning section itself. Is similar to that which was briefly explained by our expert. But apart from that, I want to say something which is doping started in the Asian period itself. It's not a modern era, it's in the Asian era. Usually doping in the Greek period it was not there. During the Greek period it was not there. But after the Spartans also they had with the physical and with the physical developments only they fought against everybody. But when Romans came, they started playing with the mental as well as physical aspects. Then they started giving animals water alcohol, which is used those days for bullock cart race and horse races. So those days itself it is being introduced, this doping is introduced. So it is not a big surprise for us. It is very dangerous to see the challenges and the talents to be performed in the upcoming competitions. So me and Dr. Vijay Anand is a senior grade assistant professor from Savita has discussed, and we have come with some points to be clarified in this seminar. So the 2 months of this introduction I have already gone through actually. The 2 months of this is an old photo which I want to give it for ancient period. The photo shows what antibiotics goes behind a body, the abnormal buildup of muscles, and even the physical appearance of the human will become worse in the future. And specifically, when it was given to the female athletes or players, the consequences of it is very dangerous to say. It will affect the human production also. So it is, we have to have awareness of taking steroids before taking it. We should know the awareness of steroids. So this is the substances which we have already discussed in the morning. Substance banned at all times during the competitions, which are mostly covered and banned in the particular sports, which are the substances which is used here. It shows how the influence of doping is shown, as well as physical. The benefits it's given: build and strengthen muscles, reduce the tiredness in the body, recovers from pain. It's all temporary developments. Here it is clearly shown about the changes of physical appearance of men and women and severe side effects. You can see the shrink, blandness of men, and deeper voice and facial hair for women. And again, the common side effects for men and women are heart problems, liver damages, and kidney problems. These are all common when you take more number of steroids. World Anti-Doping Agency. Under that we have NADA and RADA, which is playing for national as well as state level. That is given there. WADA, under the WADA, NADA and RADA comes. So here this picture shows the athlete should be going for a doping test once the event is completed. Within a span of 1 hour, he has to go to the doping test. I don't know, ma'am is here. If anything wrong, ma'am can give me the corrections of that also. My understanding, I'm telling these things. So after the competitions, the athlete have to directly go to the doping test, and he has to collect the cans like this doped and clean cans, and they have to go with a direct supervision of a NADA, WADA officials. They have to go direct supervision. With that supervision, has to collect the samples, should be collected and placed in the trays of there. So like that only, it is not some other people are working for that. Only those athletes have to collect the samples and keep it for the test. Regulations, all till now the punishments have been given. It is from 1 year. The punishments exist up to life ban, but no person have given clean till now. Those who have been blamed that they are gone under doping, still they are guilty. So please take these informations, so that will be useful for future competitors and athletes, those who are going for a national level. I want to say in the state level, it is an expensive test which could not be conducted in India. To be frankly it should be frankly accepted. But nowadays they say in state level tournaments we conduct this kind of doping test. I don't know whether it's a clean test or no, still the influence of the developed countries can be play a major role. I don't know the suspicions. Still the researchers have to find out whether this Russian team is banned because of the influence of the developed countries also. I don't know that. The suspicion is there because when Armstrong was winning 7 times world champion, the 7 times things to find out all this. And only certain when we go for the research works, we can see what happened before that, because we have pre-test as well as post-test. What about the pre-test? When we have conducted a pre-test, it comes under the surveillance actually. So after that, post-test is automatically after the competition, the test is conducted. If you find out in the pre-test itself, they should not be allowed to participate in the competition. Why they are allowed to participate in the competition? Then they are being stripped the medals. Somewhere we are lacking, and that technology should be find out. That could be the future research we can make it to. So that's all. Thank you for my presentation.
Thank you, Dr. N. Sundarajan. It was a very enlightening presentation. Do you have any doubts or any questions regarding dope? Morning we had a session on doping by Gary. He explained about the type of drugs, the side effects of drugs, and then the WADA and NADA agencies for that is World Anti-Doping Agency and National Anti-Doping Agency. At the same time, the doping punishments also explained. I thank you very much on behalf of the organizers that it was a splendid presentation.
Thank you
very much.
Good afternoon, everyone, respected chairpersons and my dear friends. I introduce myself. I am Surya Raj from Department of Education, Bharatiya University, Coimbatore. I am research scholar under guidance of Dr. Rajkumar, Professor of Physical Education, Bharatiya University, Coimbatore. My topic: comparative analysis of mental health between arts and science college students. Now move to introduction. COVID-19, the variant known as the virus is known as severe acute respiratory syndromes of coronavirus 2, SARS-CoV-2, which it causes is called as coronavirus disease. 2019, COVID-19. In March 2020, the World Health Organization (WHO) declared the COVID-19 outbreak of pandemic period. The coronavirus COVID-19 disease caused by the SARS-CoV-2 virus. Most of people infected with the virus requiring special treatment. However, some will become seriously ill and require medical attention and mental health. According to the WHO, mental health is a state in which the individual realizes his or her own abilities, can go the normal stress of life, can work productively and contribution of our community. The definition, this while representing the sexual program, will respect to moving away from conceptualization of mental health, a state of absence of mental misunderstanding and when individual positive feelings and positive function has key factor of mental health. Next statement of the problem. The purpose of the study was to find out comparative analysis of mental health between Arts and Science College student of Bardar University, Coimbatore, the COVID-19 patient. 600 students selected from various affiliated Arts and Science College from Bardar University. The mental health questionnaires were prepared by Peter Baker. Google form was used. The mental health questionnaires consist of 3 statements, and each statement was responded to its terms of always, often, sometimes, and never answers. First, the 20 tenses were coded uniform according to following coding key. Answers of category always, 4, often, 3, sometimes 2, and never 1 were scored corresponding to the number of these breaks. Statistical analysis, the using of independent t-test and data collecting from mental health questionnaire prepared by Peter Baker Google Forms, and the description statistics such as mean and standard deviation are found in or get basic idea of data distribution used 0.05. Confidently, the degree of freedom was 1 and 299. The table shows the T ratio of Arts and Science College students by their mental health. Their value of the T ratio 2.92. Next, discussion on finding. The result of the present study clearly indicate that mental health of affiliated Arts and Science College students of their university, Tamil Nadu, India, after the COVID-19 pandemic situation. The result study clearly indicate the significant difference in mental health between the affiliated Arts and Science College students of Bharatiyar University. The research studies agreed with studies just Young et al. The 2021. It says the comparative study on coronavirus disease COVID-19 pandemic situation has been spreading and brought unexpected the psychological pressure on people across the entire global since the December 2019. The conclusion. The result of the study conclude the mental health of Arts College student is better than Science College student of Bardar University after COVID-19 pandemic situation. Arts and Science College student may have positive effect of their mental health and well-being when compared to Science College student because they are filled many experience higher level of stress and burnout due to the demand for their coursework and laboratory practical. Additionally, the after COVID-19 pandemic was brought unique challenges and stresses that may impact students' mental health. It's also conducted the arts students are better than the mental health because they do not have any laboratory classes and while comparing the Science College students by their university. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. S. Surya Raj, sorry. Is it so? Surya. Yeah. Anybody having questions? If not, I'll just down. So, at Coimbatore after COVID-19 situations. So he has taken around 600 students between the age group of 18 to 25, where he has conducted the mental health questionnaire analysis of this with, I think, Google form you have used it. And he has found that arts college students are better than science college, and he has stated his reasoning for why they are better. So thank you very much, sir. It was a very nice presentation. Thank you. I would like to request if anybody is interested in presenting their research. I think this is a form where you can have your impressions. After tea? You want after tea?
We'll conclude with the today's session. I have been the witness to it. Everything is based on findings. He will speak a vague sentence, never mention Mr. Gary Conto. Please come up and chair the session.
At the outset, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this session. Bit of English as my chairperson and co-chairperson cannot understand. दिल से दिल की बात होनी है तो अपनी language में बहुत अच्छी हो सकती है. लेकिन फिर भी anyway, I was talking to them that if you want to meet the heart, you have to be in vernacular language, isn't it? So I'll not take much of the starting. There are few pictures over here. Everybody is sitting over here. So here to change ourselves, is it not? Or yes or no? What is your answer? Today, what we are, yesterday, what we were, and tomorrow, what we will be. So we are always, as we say, and it's inevitable. Every single moment. Morning we were sitting here, and we were like myself. I was in complete state. I have changed 100 times over here. Everybody sitting over, he has changed 100 times. So I'll be presenting something which is eagle. Okay, let me share the story with you. The eagle. You know, the eagle is a bird which so for to live 70 years, it has to make a very hard and what you call a very dedicated decision at the age of 40. Because at the age of 40, the eagle will be burdened with the blunted, what you call beak. And the talons are again weak. The talons, you know, the nails of the eagles are said to be talons. The talons are weak and the wings go very heavy because dedication does it goes to some, so it goes to a mountain where it will not be prey for other animals. Okay, there are animals which also hunt the eagle, but it will go in such a place and it will sit on a mountain where it cannot be hunted. It goes there, it sits there, and it does a very hard decision, what you call in Hindi we say तप, साधना, हम लोग जिसको साधना या तप कहते हैं, ऐसा एक तप आ जाता है. It crashes its beak on the hard stone and it takes out its beak by crashing it on stone. But to grow the beak again, it will take 50 days. Can you imagine? 50 days without food. The eagle has taken a decision that it has not taken the food for 50 days. So it is what you call fasting on 50 days. Next, what it does, as the new beak grows, it takes out the talons with the beak. It takes out the blunted talons, beak, and again the talons to grow, it takes again 50 days. So how many days? Dear friends, it has fasted for 100 days. So what it is doing, it is going to have change in itself because it is what you call, it is very dedicated and it is what it wants to live for next 30 years in the same fashion as it used to be in its younger days. So after getting the talons again, then it tries to pull out the heavy feathers of its own by the beak and the talons. And as it does, it takes again 50 days. Now, dear friends, just look at it. 53 is 150 days. It is approximately 5 months. For 5 months, it has not taken even what you call a bit of food also. That's so. What happens actually after getting all the new beak, the new talents and the new wings, it gained the same flight as it used to take at its young age. So after 150 days, it becomes again young and it lives for 30 more years. So dear friends, if a bird can do such dedicated work, why not us? What I think, and it is a very inspiring story of a bird that which makes us really think about something. Now, being a sportsman, everybody have a question, a basic question. Not even everybody has a basic question. What is life? Okay, everybody has a question in their mind, and because we are sportsmen, we deal with games and sports. So again, we took our convenience, we define it's a game of chance and choice. Now, what is the chance? What is the chance? You don't have a chance from where you are born, from where you are located, from what language you know, in which country you are born. There was no chance. Okay, you were bound to have the same thing what you have. That's all. Now what is remained with you? It's the choice. Once again, I request all of you. We are here to change ourselves, and every minute is very important. And what I think that the bird's inspirational story makes us inspired to not to waste even a single minute of this what you have come for. So what we have remained is with the choice and think what we are doing. Fantastic quote which was there. Yes, this I want to share with you. One of our friends from India, he went to Japan for his fishery studies in doctorate. So when he came back to Aurangabad, where I stay, he just shared the his experiences over there. So he said Japan is a country where the train has been late for 18 minutes. The highest train late was 18 minutes. I think India, okay. But Japan is a country where they value the time, the spending, the fantastic time. Actually, it should be what you call a valued time. Many of us say that time is money, but my guru used to say that time is not money, because money can be reimbursed, time cannot be reimbursed, isn't it? Money can be reimbursed. If you lose money today, tomorrow you can have the money, isn't it? So not money. We say time is money. Okay, now our journey is from womb to tomb. Everybody over here is from physical education faculty, but I'll be putting some different things in front of you where you loving your body. As on today, you are loving your body, but I think while going from this auditorium outside, you'll be loving more your body. I'll just put on some fantastic things for you. So everybody over here, whether from poor family or a rich family, let us have a calculation what we have got today. Not in your pocket, but as a human being what we have got. So here, gentlemen, let us count the cells. Okay, if anybody can write what I'm saying, the cell count is around 60 million cells. Every individual is having, every adult is having 60 million cells, and every minute around 300 million cells die. As I said just now, शत्रुंजय जो बैठा था 4 घंटे पहले, वैसा ही शत्रुंजय नहीं है, या आप लोग भी बैठे हो वैसा ही नहीं है, आप 100 बार चेंज हुए, क्योंकि मैंने वहां लिखा है every minute 300 million cells die, and the same 300 count again reproduce, again new cells are formed. Now imagine, can you give me any example, even an alpine in a minute? Is it so? Any factory which makes even, I think, a small button, if you can think that even a small button can be made 300 million in a minute, it will just fantastic. Your body is making every minute 300 million cells in every minute. Now, as per what you call, we know all the physiology, the brain cells are said to be the most what you call just dormant cells. Okay, articles that Einstein, the scientist of the millennium, what we say, has used his brain 7%. So if we compare Einstein to us, so how much percentage we are using our brain, we can understand. When Einstein proposed his first theory of what you call relativity, I think I read that only 9 scientists in theory of relativity when he first propounded the theory. Now, a brain, we have around 10 billion cells, and they are just dormant cells. They are just eating our glucose and they are doing nothing. I request you all to make them work, because only that we can